What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I am back with another battle of the budgets. I can't wait to show you guys how I am doing, how we're looking for our battle of the budgets number 2 for February 2021. Let's dive in. All right, so I am here. I'm back in my computer. I am outside because, y'all, we need to do more in the sun, okay? We need to get outside and get some fresh air and get some vitamin D. So anyway, I am back. I've got my every dollar budget pulled up. I am ready to show you guys what I can do with our next budget submission. So first off, this budget submission is from Angelica here on YouTube, and I cannot wait for you guys to check out her channel, Angelica's Corner. Now let me show you what I would do with Angelica's budget. Her budget is so fun to work with because, guys, she only has one more debt. That's right, one more debt. She has her car payment. And guess what? She don't have a mortgage, y'all. She is mortgage free. Goals, okay? Goals. Let's dive in. First, I'm going to switch over to our February budget. And I forgot to tell you, also, I will be going up against Tanisha Davis here on YouTube. And so I really wanted to get this one right. You know, she is tough competition. This is her element, okay? She knows how to budget. And so in the end, it's all in good fun. And we just want Angelica to win with her money even more. So here's what I would do if I had Angelica's money. Now, Angelica has given us a working budget of $2,200 for the month of February. It could be a little more because she is commission based, but we are going to operate off of that number. Now, the reason I want to start right away with her giving category is because she has already given us a list of fixed expenses. And one of those categories is, so first off, let's start with the savings, shall we? Because we should pay ourselves first. This is a fixed expense that Angelica has already given us, and that is for $300 towards her emergency fund. So, boop, $300 is going to savings. Off top, that means that 14% of her income will go towards savings, which is a beautiful thing. Now let's dive into the housing category. Now here is where the other two fixed expenses are residing. Okay, so alarm system comes to $58.26, and her phone bill comes to $116.08. Now the beautiful thing, it's not a typo, it's not missing. She has no mortgage, she has no rent. Beautiful. This is what you can achieve once you are debt free and or have very little debt. Kudos to Angelica for making this happen. I'm so happy when I see this. So her total housing, y'all, is 8% of her income because she has no mortgage or rent. Beautiful. Okay, so let's move on to the next category, which is gas cash envelopes. Gas and cash envelopes. So basically, she gave me 3 buckets to work from: her fixed expenses, and her cash envelopes and sinking funds. So all I did was spread out her cash envelopes and spread out her sinking funds so that they would be in separate buckets. Some for food, some for saving, some for giving. But all of this, guys, is money that she has already told us how to spend. Okay. Gas is going to get $50, and that's in a gas cash envelope that she holds. And so that means that 2% of her income will go toward her car. Next up is the food. We got to eat, right? So groceries is going to come to $150. She's giving herself $30 of eating out money and $20 towards Starbucks. I know Tanisha will love that. Girl, I won't be surprised if Tanisha give you a little extra. So food cash envelopes comes to 9% of her income. Again, very low numbers. Beautiful. Next up are her personal cash envelopes. Now, her personal cash envelope, she's giving herself $40 to spend on whatever she wants for the month. So that totals 2% of her income. Now let's dive into the lifestyle category. Lifestyle means anything that she might be spending money on to make her life a little more fun or a little easier, a little more convenient. So first up is her Kindle, and that comes to $10.59. Then she uses eRank, which, oh, I love. I used the free trial and I never decided on if I was going to start using it or not. But Angelica has an Etsy shop and a YouTube channel, so I'm sure she makes full use of it. But it comes to $5.99. Then she uses QuickBooks because, like I said, she does have an Etsy business, and that comes to $7.42. And she has a full-time commission-based job, so I'm sure all of that helps. Then she has Patreon, which is $1 and a penny, and good old Canva for $12.95. So her lifestyle comes to only 2% of her income. Moving on to those beautiful sinking funds. Now, here is where she spends a good bit of her income. Since she has no mortgage, she sets aside $400 a month to go towards her house taxes. So that way she can cash flow that when it's time to pay it. She gives herself $40 for vet visits and $45 for pet food. Then she has $20 that goes into her medical sinking fund. The last category that is fixed is her insurance category. She pays $17.30 for pet insurance. She pays $70.90 for home insurance. And that totals 4% of her income. And diving back up to sinking funds, 23% of her income goes to sinking funds. So you can almost say that her sinking funds category is what she would normally spend on having a mortgage or rent. Okay, so now you might be wondering, Rochelle, it seems like Angelica has her stuff, all her ducks in a row. Why does she need you? Why did you guys pick her budget for Battle of the Budgets? Well, I'm here to tell you, you can win with your money, and then it's still a good idea to have another pair of eyes look at it, because we can offer some ideas as to how to win a little quicker. So let's dive into her debt, the only debt that she has left. That is her car payment. Now, right now, she has a car payment of $344.21. To that, she makes an additional car payment. Oh, I put mortgage. Ha! Girl, let me not speak that on you. Car payment snowball, which is not what you see listed. She pays $254. But with my plan, I would make an extra snowball payment of $440.29. That's right. I would take every penny that you have left, Angelica. I don't know. Every dollar decided to refresh. Okay, we're back. So if it were me and I had Angelica's budget, I would throw as much as I possibly could towards the car payment and knock it out. Let me show you what I mean, because we're going back in. We are diving back into our debt snowball calculator. Okay, so here I am with my debt snowball calculator. This is a form made by Easy Budget, and I highly recommend it. It's worth every penny. I can't remember how much it costs, but I love running the numbers and playing around with the minimum payments to see how quickly you can pay off debt. So what I have here is her car loan plugged in. She has a total balance of about $17,000 left to pay. Her interest rate, I just went with the national average of 6%. And her minimum payment of $344.21. Now, if she continues to pay just her minimum payment, she would be debt-free in about 57 months. Not that far away, October 2025. But let's change the numbers to incorporate the fact that she's making an extra snowball payment of $254. So that's going to bring her total up to $598.21. And let's see what happens. She'll go from 57 months to 31 months. That's right. Instead of being debt-free in 2025, if she continues at the rate she's already going, she will be debt-free in August 2023. Beautiful. Okay? And this would meet one of Angelica's two main goals. One is to save, and the other is to pay off debt expeditiously. Now, to meet that goal of paying off debt in the most expeditious manner possible, let's play around with the numbers. So let's say that we make the mortgage car loan payment, her regular payment plus an additional $440.29, like we talked about in the Every Dollar app. That would mean that she would be putting $784.50 toward debt every month. If she did this, she would go from debt freedom in 31 months to debt freedom in 23 months. Amazing. Just with a little extra, an extra less than $150 a month. If she could squeeze a little bit more, she would become debt free even quicker, y'all. 23 months, she could be debt free next year. Wow. Okay, so that's option one. Be debt free a lot sooner. Or, okay, so now I'm back on everydollar.com and I got rid of the mortgage word. I don't know why it keeps wanting to autocorrect that. But let's say you wanted to focus on saving and not so much on the car payment. Let's see what would happen. I like to give more than one option when I can. Since you have two goals, let's give you another option. So let's take away this $440 car payment, extra payment, and let's get it back down to about what you were paying before, about $250 extra. That would leave you with an extra $190.29 that you could put towards your emergency fund. So instead of putting $300, you could put $490.29, which is basically about $500 a month to the side. If you were to do that for the entire the next 12 months, let's see what 500 times 12, that would give you a cool $6,000 to put in your emergency fund and to have just in case something happens. I'm all about that. Let's say what would happen if you took the $500 and you saved it for the next 10 months. That would be $5,000. That means you could end 2021 with $5,000 in your emergency fund. Not bad. Not bad. Now, let's see what would happen if we got rid of this emergency fund and we got rid of the extra snowball that you're already paying on your car and put all of your money, all of your extra money into your emergency fund. That would give you $740.29 that you could save. So if we did just a roundabout number of $750 times the next 10 months, you would save $7,500 by the end of 2021. No small amount. You would be 75% toward a goal of having $10,000 saved. So it just kind of gives you an idea of what you could do, which direction you could go. You could either pay your car off sooner, or you could save and stack your dough quicker. Now, of course, I always get Micah's input. He always watches me crunch numbers as we go by. And here's another opportunity, because I think you're in a great place right now to do this, is to go ahead and keep with your same plan. So you could almost call this option number 3. And we could just do the regular $254 car payment snowball that you already have in place and your $300 emergency fund already in place. And we could go ahead and start getting our feet wet with investments. Now, I should have asked you in advance. I did not. You might already be starting this area, but I would start investing, even if it's just a little bit, $25 into stocks. And maybe since you're commission-based, maybe you work independently and you don't have a 401k, I would find some type of retirement alternative plan where you could put even, let's say the rest, $61, retirement, and then we could put $61.29 there. And then maybe, let's see, you have $100 left to spend. Maybe we could just go ahead and increase your, oh, thank you, Micah. Micah's telling me to get an IRA, that you could get an IRA. So would that be the retirement alternative? IRA? Okay, so yeah. How about we up it to $400? That way you still have an every dollar budget. So I am so excited to see what you decide. This is just what I would do if I was in your circumstance. I cannot wait to be mortgage free like you are. And I am so excited to be able to work with your numbers. Thank you so much for your submission. And I can't wait to see what Tanisha does with your numbers. And I can't wait to see which budget you pick. Well, that's all for me. Thanks for tuning in to another video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and budget.